Hi, everybody. Um, I'm gonna do my astrology predictions for March. So first, I'm gonna do February recap. Um, in February, Venus was in Aries, and there's proof for that. In that there was initiation regarding a relationship or friendship, but it didn't go through completely. Um, it ended up becoming a situation where they let me go for specific reasons because they didn't want conflict or something like that. But there was initiation in terms of relationships or friendships during with Venus and Aries. The theme for February, my predicted theme was originally it was loosening up or letting go. Also, I think it was also renegotiation, and actually there was renegotiation during the time where this real or initial relationship renegotiated or changed. But the real theme for February is letting go. That's the resulting theme. It's kind of similar to the one that I predicted. It's about letting go of specific relationships, and knowing that I should let go of something. Let's see. So I'm gonna do the March predictions, and the theme that I predicted for March was the new experience. So let me start from here. Venus retrograde in Aries. With Venus retrograde, well, during this month it's gonna be more both Venus and Mercury in retrograde, so that's gonna be a theme. With Venus in retrograde, the theme of love, in terms of love, there's gonna be a lot of conflict in terms of love and relationships because of this retrograde planet, and also it's in Aries. So there's gonna be problems with taking initiation in terms of love and romance in relationships. But also there's gonna be conflict, and this conflict is gonna get you this conflict in romance is going to get you want to go back into your internal world and reflect more and resolve these past woundings and issues regarding relationships rather than to initiate specific relationships. So really March is about reflecting on the relationships that you already have and building them by reflecting rather than initiating more so. So it's not a really good time for relationships. It's more about it's a good time for reflection. And this is March 1st. March 2nd, Mercury Pisces conjunction Neptune Pisces. So communication is going to be about specifically depth, intuition, emotions. March 3rd, Mercury's in Aries. So communication and the mind, intellectualization of things is gonna be about whatever you intellectualize is good to, let's say, take action on these things that you intellectualize with your mind. Take action on those intellectualizations. Let's see. March 6th, Moon Gemini conjunction Jupiter and Gemini. So these new ideas they have about these worldly things and institutions is gonna be necessary, or you would want to create with those new ideas. March 6th, first quarter moon in Gemini. I forgot what first quarter moon. Okay, first quarter moon is about preparing for the month. So essentially, it's time to prepare for the closet, or prepare emotionally for the month in terms of, let's say, because of the Gemini, communication, new ideas, the mind, intellectualization. So all these types of stuff you can prepare for in terms of creation. There's first quarter moon in Gemini. March 11th, Mercury in Aries conjunction Venus in Aries. Means it's a good time to communicate in terms of relationships. It's a good time to communicate, and I feel like there will be conflicts during that type this era, sort of conflict, but it's a really good time to reflect internally and resolve the issues they have internally with relationships because of this Mercury and Venus in Aries. And also not to take action because of the retrograde. March 12th, Sun of Pisces, conjunction Saturn of Pisces. Capitalize on your intuition, your sense of responsibility when it comes to, and also emotion when it comes to emotions, and capitalize on your emotions as well. March 14th, Virgo lunar eclipse. With lunar eclipse, well, that's the time when there's gonna be a blood moon. It's a really good time to prepare and to be organized and to get things practical, organized, aesthetic. And when you do so, it's kind of like preparation is kind of like a good thing because it helps you get ready for what's the new, essentially, when you do that. And it's a good energy to have, is being organized and staying organized, preparing, and being more analytical. Because when I look at the energy of the red moon during the time, it's gonna be more about preparing for the new. Really, it's gonna be about preparing for what's coming new, I guess. March 15th, Mercury retrograde begins in Aries, means that communication is gonna be something that is gonna be halted, or is gonna be something that is going to be something that will fail, or you have to watch out for that. And in terms of, and specifically with the Aries, taking communication and regarding taking action is going to be, taking actions will fail and will halt because it's Mercury retrograde in Aries. Regarding, so you can expect technology problems, communication problems, internet problems, wireless problems, anything that regards to your communication, anything regarding that will fail or will be tested, essentially. Also, this could be, let's say, a kind of symbolism for communication in the external world, which will fail specifically to test you to put in a situation where you could really capitalize on your ability to communicate with others. So that's kind of a sign that specifically communication part will fail specifically so that you could, let's say, understand your ability to communicate, or to do so in an effective way. March 19th, Sun of Pisces, conjunction Neptune Pisces, to capitalize on the imagination part, emotion, deep depth emotion part. March 20th, Sun begins Aries. The March 20th, Sun in Aries, with Sun in Aries, it's going to be a really good time to prioritize taking action. Is just how you're going to take action. So the how part of taking action is going to be really important. Taking action is going to be a really good idea, because with taking action, there's going to be a good manifestation, and the energy is prime for it. Is just how you're going to take action. With regards to February, the Mars retrograde showed where, I think I explained this before, because in the Mars retrograde, I wasn't able to take action on certain things relative to work-related, or no, school-related stuff, where I could have been in a class, but I failed to take action, or something didn't happen. And so I enrolled in the class late. That's part of taking action, which failed. March 22nd, Sun in Aries, conjunction Venus Aries. March 2nd, Aries, conjunction Venus Aries means that your ability to demonstrate love and relationships in an effective way is going to be tested, and because of this retrograde, you're going to have to make sure that you have a good ability to communicate, or what you want, or to ability to demonstrate what you want in relationships, or have a good relationships with somebody else in the external world. March 22nd, last quarter moon Capricorn, is to essentially, let's say, clean out. This time when last quarter moon is Capricorn, is to clean out the closet and to prioritize stability for the future. March 24th, Sun in Aries conjunction. Mercury in Aries means that your ability to communicate will be halted and tested so that you could capitalize or to understand how to effectively communicate in a situation in regards to relationships or in regards to life. March 27th, Venus retrograde enters Pisces. Means that with the specific Pisces, your subconscious issues, your emotional baggage, all these things will be brought up to the surface in regards to this Venus retrograde with regards to relationships. So in the context of relationships, your past wounding, your past baggage, your old emotional baggage, that'll all be brought up in terms of relationship. That'll all be tested because of this Venus in Pisces and this retrograde. March 28th, Neptune Pisces conjunction Moon Pisces, which is the focus on more like depth of imagination and emotion. On March 29th, Mercury in Pisces conjunction Neptune Pisces is to capitalize a communication in regards to emotions and also depth of emotion and intuition. March 29th, Aries solar eclipse. This Aries solar eclipse is important because Venus and Mercury is right now in Aries during this retrograde, and with this Aries solar eclipse, this Mercury and Venus is going to be activated, and it is a sign that you should take action in the future. And during this time, you will likely manifest a situation where you will take action, and it will, I'm not sure about whether it will create a positive result, but it will create a really, let's say, manifestational result, where it will create a big manifestation because of this Aries solar eclipse. So it's actually the day of manifestation because of this Aries solar eclipse, and this Venus and Mercury is going to be activated, which means that these relationships and communication problems will also be brought up. But it's really time to take action, and it's really time, but it's really, these actions will manifest during the time, during that day, but also it's time for manifestation as well. The theme for March in general is to not necessarily focus on creating new relationships. No, it's actually more, it's to focus on navigating past issues in relationships, fixing old relationships, healing past wounds, internal work, reflecting on the self internally to heal from relationships, instead of, let's say, necessarily having, it's essentially it's a time of month where having good relationships is about going in the past and reflecting on the internal world. The retrograde, this Venus retrograde will bring conflict, and communication will also be a conflict because of Mercury retrograde. But it will help you understand how to have a good relationships because of this healing, and how to communicate effectively in relationships. For April in the future, the theme I got is refreshments, or refreshing, or renewal. Well, ironically that was the theme for last year, but when I got the energy for April, it's more about renewal, but it's all more about refreshing. Kind of like how essentially the little things in life will prove to be kind of like create a refreshing experience for you as a person, or a renewing experience.